Today, we're really digging into something critical, finding emotional safety in neurodiverse marriages, specifically between a neurotypical wife and a husband with ASD.
Yeah, we're looking at the therapeutic side, the protocols that can help bridge what feels like, well, two different operating systems trying to connect.
It's less about just different personalities, isn't it? More like fundamental neurology.
Exactly. You've got the NT partner often looking for that immediate emotional mirroring, high empathy.
Right, feeling felt.
And then the ASD partner whose system thrives on calm, clarity, structure, predictability.
And when those needs collide, boom, unsafe territory for both.
Totally. It feels intensely unsafe on both sides, but for really different reasons.
So let's unpack that difference. Safety for the NT wife often means feeling like emotionally gotten, right? Seen and heard.
Absolutely. While for the ASD husband, safety is often about lowering the tension.
Lowering the volume, maybe.
Yeah. Low tension, clear expectations, and crucially, feeling safe from shame. Safe from that feeling of getting it wrong again when a social cue is missed.
Okay, so the mission then is finding a definition of safety they can actually share.
That's the goal. Forging something shared from those quite distinct needs.
Let's talk about that threat cycle you mentioned. It sounds common. The NT wife expresses big emotions, maybe overwhelm, what some call flooding.
Right. And for the ASD partner, that high emotional intensity, it's often perceived, like instantly and non-voluntarily, as a threat.
A threat, not just strong feelings.
A neurological threat signal, yeah. Which triggers an involuntary shutdown. He might withdraw, go silent, maybe even physically leave the space.
And the wife needing connection sees that withdrawal as, well, abandonment.
Precisely. Which often makes her escalate, try harder to connect, or get a reaction.
Which just digs the shutdown deeper. Wow, that sounds like a really tough loop to break.
It is. It feels impossible when you're in it.
So, okay, we see the pattern. Flooding, shutdown, escalate, deeper shutdown. What's the practical tool? How do you hit pause?
This is where the shutdown protocol comes in. It's key. It has to be agreed on beforehand when things are calm.
Okay, so planned in advance.
Yes. And it needs to be neutral. Just a simple agreed upon phrase or signal like, okay, we need to pause now.
Not accusatory.
Not at all. It's a safety mechanism. It means we stop this interaction, we both go regulate separately, and this is vital, we intentionally reconnect later.
At a scheduled time.
Preferably, yes, a scheduled low-stress time to circle back. It removes the fear of the pause being permanent abandonment.
Okay, that makes sense. Stopping the immediate crisis. But what about the hurt feelings? The repair, especially if it's about mismatched intentions, not someone trying to be hurtful.
Repair is crucial and often tricky. For the ASD partner, the work often involves acknowledging the impact first.
Before explaining why they did what they did.
Exactly. That's the hard part sometimes. The instinct might be to explain the logic. I shut down because the noise level was overwhelming.
But the NT partner needs the feeling acknowledged first.
Yes. Practice saying very literally, I see that when I went silent, it made you feel hurt and abandoned. Name the feeling, then maybe explain the process if needed.
So very specific acknowledgement?
Literal, specific, and then follow through consistently over time. That's what rebuilds trust.
That's structure in the repair.
Yeah.
It seems like structure is a big theme here.
Yeah.
Why is the husband's need for routine so important for connection, which seems almost counterintuitive?
Well, predictability is a form of care in this context. Routine isn't just about being organized for the ASD brain. It conserves a massive amount of mental energy.
How so?
Just navigating the neurotypical social world, interpreting cues, managing sensory input, it takes a huge cognitive toll, constant effort.
Like running background calculations all day?
Kind of, yeah. So routine reduces that daily cognitive load, reduces anxiety. It's like putting energy back in the bank.
So by having that routine, he's actually, paradoxically, more capable of connection because he's not depleted.
Exactly. He has more bandwidth left for genuine presence and connection when it's planned or structured.
Which leads to the idea of shared rituals.
Right. Creating predictable, scheduled times for connection. Maybe a morning check-in, a weekly date night, whatever works.
So the structure itself becomes the shared act of care.
Yes. It validates his need for predictability and her need for reliable connection. The routine serves both needs. It becomes the shared language of safety and love.
So thinking long-term for listeners, safety isn't really a destination you arrive at, is it?
No, not at all. It's a continuous practice, a lifelong learning process for both partners about each other's systems.
Becoming like dedicated students of each other's neurology.
That's a great way to put it. And achieving that long-term safety, it really boils down to two big shifts in how things are interpreted.
Okay.
For the NT wife, it's learning to see her husband's logic, his consistency, maybe his literalness, as genuine acts of love and devotion, not as coldness.
Seeing the care and the structure.
And for the ASD husband, it's learning to interpret his wife's emotional intensity, that flooding we talked about, not as an attack, but as a signal.
A signal of what?
A signal of deep need, a need for connection, for reassurance, for understanding, seeing need instead of threat. That interpretation shift, that's the bedrock for lasting safety.
Would you like to schedule a paid private coaching session? This will be in the form of a face-to-face Zoom call. Underneath any of my videos, you'll see this Calendly link. If you click on that link, it'll open up my calendar. You can pick the available days and times that works for your schedule. You'll get a follow-up email immediately after purchasing a session that will have the Zoom link that coincides with the day and time that you picked. I will get an email too that you scheduled a session, and I will be available on that exact day and time, and we will talk. I look forward to working with you.